Greetings, hamjambo na habari zenu. I speak this morning with a heavy heart. Na rather nimesumbuliwa kidogo. I was listening to Mr. Kakasungura, Rogers Kakasungura, speaking about the fires that we have had at Enderasha, Isiolo Girls, na Ngia Boys, I do believe. A diversion, a distraction, and first of all, let me start by passing my heartfelt condolences to the parents that lost children in these fires. A diversion, a distraction, is a very good military strategy. And if you are busy mourning the loss of your children, and not to take away from the loss of the children, it's a sad thing, and you're busy concerned about their safety, it's drawing focus away from the main point. Now we are going back to talking about the little departments, the CS for education and the CS for this. It's taking the focus and the heat away from the main culprit, who is Ruto Samoei William. That still needs to be our focus. And again, please, I'm not belittling or taking away from the parents who have lost their loved ones. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, my condolences again. But let it not shift us away from the main enemy and the main focus. There's also been talk about us, people like Mr. Morara, Casmuel, myself included, because I want to be a leader and I want to get involved in the Kenyan politics, even if it means we have to wait for 27. There's been talk about us unifying and forming a political party or some type of one organization. The organs and the agents of state are huge and far-reaching. And when you're one united body, oh man, it's easy to deal with you. I have one target now. At this point, they're scrambling around, dealing with Morara's group, dealing with Kasmuel's group, dealing with Kakasungura's group. That is keeping them busy and keeping them working around. The minute you unify and solidify and have one group to work with, and even for me, if I was in the position of the government, that becomes extremely easy to deal with. So, and yes, there is more to these fires than meets the eye. That not just run. Kakasungura was talking about sexually transmitted, or the way he implied about the fires almost made it sound like there was some type of a sexually transmitted disease. How a fire can be transmitted from one place in the country to the next. They're all by purpose and all by design. And the aim and the goal, I believe, is to draw away from the movement and get us to focus on little guys instead of the main problem. The next issue I want to talk about is Mr. Gilbert Masengeli. We have been complaining and crying that we don't have a single man in uniform with balls. Well, there's your man with balls. Soldiers, officers, and policemen act and follow orders. Mr. Masengeli was following orders. Yes, there were some atrocities. And I'm not belittling the treacherous things that were done by his officers or through his orders. But his orders came from a higher office. So keep that in mind as you try to talk about Mr. Masengeli. There's your man in uniform with balls. Thank you all, gentlemen.